I have another short little Chautauqua here this afternoon. It's a reminder the word Chautauqua comes from Robert Perzig's book, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. It comes from Lake Chautauqua, New York, where traveling self-help experts used to come through town and give little lectures on how to lead a better life. So what I want to talk about here in this little Chautauqua is what I call micro behaviors. I'm a human resource director. You would be surprised at the amount of time that I spend dealing with micro behaviors. Now, what is a micro behavior? Well, here's a list. She rolled her eyes when I asked her to do something. I didn't like her tone of voice. She slams the door when she walks out of the room. She comes in and throws her stuff down on the table. She talks about other people behind their back. Just to name a few. Now, what makes those micro behaviors so difficult to deal with is they all have plausible deniability. Because if the other person just jumped up and down and screamed and yelled and broke stuff in the office, that would be such overt behaviors that you could actually deal with it and probably fire the person immediately. But they have plausible deniability because a person can say, no, I didn't do that. I didn't mean that. That's your problem. So what causes micro behaviors is a lack of emotional intelligence. Now you say, what is emotional intelligence? Well, emotional intelligence is the opposite of emotional stupidity. So what is emotional stupidity? Well, emotional stupidity is not being aware of my own emotions and allowing myself to be hijacked by this emotional turmoil that is caused by something somebody else did. And that's activated by a little part in our brain called the amygdala, which is the primitive part of our brain, which is wired in a binary mode. It's fight or flight. It's our early warning device. It's always scanning the environment for danger. And if we're emotionally stupid, we don't recognize this, and we allow that amygdala to hijack us and control our behavior. So that's what causes the rolling of the eyes, the shrugging of the shoulders, the tone of voice, the stomping out of the room, the slamming the door, or worse, road rage on the highway, or even worse, picking up a gun and going back into the office and shooting the place up. It's emotional stupidity. So we can develop a high degree of emotional intelligence through learning more about mindfulness and meditation and start to become more aware of our emotions and how they bubble up. Because if we can be aware enough to see the emotion the moment it arises and to be aware of it and learn how to manage it back down. So emotional intelligence is not about getting rid of our emotions, it's about being aware of our emotions and learning how to manage them more effectively. Now, there are more aspects to emotional intelligence, which I might go into more if you have any interest in this subject. If you do, put a comment below and we'll talk about that. But if you have any interest in it, I would suggest that you explore the topic of emotional intelligence and mindfulness. And it's not an overstatement to say that it can change your life if you have a tendency to get hijacked by your emotions right now. So let me know what you think. Throw a comment in. Subscribe. Thanks for listening this far, and I'll see you the next time.